Today we're going to be checking out something very interesting that was brought to my attention quite recently. So, obviously by the title, we are all about The Fiend today. We're going to be talking about Bray Wyatt, aka The Fiend. And this was brought to my attention by one of you guys, so we're going to have a little bit of a read here, and we're going to see what's up. Gregory Webster Jr. left a comment on my video where I did react to The Fiend's first entrance in WWE, and he said, "Not sure if this has been mentioned yet, but a crazy thing I'm hearing recently on social media is that people are saying Bray Wyatt might have told us about The Fiend as the man in the woods in a WWE YouTube video in 2015. And if you're interested, here's the YouTube link to the video. And I am very interested indeed, because I'm very interested when I hear about things being predicted, you know, like people predicting things that are going to happen, you know, in the future. For example, The Simpsons have predicted a lot of things, and it's actually quite scary. We had the whole Donald Trump incident where The Simpsons predicted like he was on an escalator coming down, and they had that same scene in The Simpsons as it happened in real life like years later. And there's been some other like scary ones. There was a 9/11 prediction, even though it probably was just a coincidence, but it's quite scary. So you guys can look into this if you want, but obviously we're on the topic of WWE and Bray Wyatt. So Bray Wyatt apparently predicted the future. Okay, now this may not be true, but I'm going to be the judge of that for myself, and I'm going to see this video today. I'm going to get an idea of who the man in the woods is, and if it does relate to The Fiend or not. If people are saying it does relate to The Fiend, then it's got to be The Fiend, right? Like, who else is it going to be? I'm not really too sure. So let's get right into the video then, and let's check out just who the man in the woods is, and if he does resemble The Fiend or not. He must do, so I'm very excited to see this. Hopefully you all do enjoy this one, and if you do, then make sure you drop a like on the video for me. Also hit that subscribe button down below if you are new and you do want to stick around and see more wrestling videos from myself, Scott Vance, in the flesh. And without further ado, it is time to see what Bray Wyatt is talking about, and who is the man in the woods. Is it The Fiend, or is it someone else that I've still yet to figure out? I mean, how many versions of Bray Wyatt is there? I mean, there could be more in the future, who knows? Here we go, boys and girls. This is going to be very creepy indeed. So this is a part of like a series, I guess, called Superstar Ghost Stories. So, don't know what that's all about. Oh, hello. Here we go.
South Central Louisiana. Abigail rescued me and my brothers and sisters.
Sister Abigail?
She took us to this cabin in the middle of nowhere. It was freedom. But even the greatest freedom comes at a price. She told us, beware the man in the woods, for he is real, and he is the eater.
Okay.
So one day, me and my brothers...
Oh, hang on a second. Wait, have we already found like a little bit of a hint to The Fiend? That leaf was in the perfect position to look like a hand or a mandible claw. Maybe that's already a link to The Fiend. I think it might be. Look at this.
So one day...
You know what I'm saying? That could be the claw.
Our slingshots and we go
Could be.
Like we do.
Rambling Rabbit.
Started to hear something strange.
Another
At
link.
first, we passed it off as a bear. And as time passed, the bear, or what we thought was a bear, started to get louder and louder. And it let out these sad howls.
The Fiend doesn't make them noises,
My brothers,
so that's something that it doesn't do.
run. And I myself must admit, for a second, I was
Right.
afraid, but I was more intrigued than anything else. I dropped my slingshot and I started moving closer and closer towards the sound. And I got so close at one point that the sound started to radiate in my ears and hurt.
Hurt?
And that,
On this thing?
when I saw it, he was about 7
He does this? That whole hurt heel thing?
No pigment in his skin.
That's a big link.
Pale as a pearl.
As pale as a pearl.
He had thin yellow hairs running all the way down to his knees.
Yo, no.
Carrying an alligator
That's it?
with one hand dragging it across the beach line.
That's actually The Fiend? The yellow hair? The pale mask or
I said,
skin?
Abigail, please, forgive me. Forgive me for not paying attention to you.
It actually is. It has to be.
And That's when he looked at me. His eyes were yellow like a cat.
Are they yellow? I don't know.
Still, I stayed frozen in fear. And it was just then he reaches out his hand. And in the middle of it was my slingshot. And I started to run as fast as my legs could take me. I continued to run for what felt like an eternity. And finally, the cabin was back in my eyesight.
The safe
I
house.
sprinted through the door, and I was in a panic. And I ran straight to Abby's room, and I said, Abby,
Abby the witch.
I'm so sorry. And she said, baby Bray, what is wrong?
Unreal.
And I said, I saw him. I saw the man in the woods. I thought it was a lie, but you were telling the truth the whole time. I'm so sorry. She said, baby, baby, baby. What did he say to you? What? He didn't say anything. Matter of fact, all he did, he looked right at me with his eyes, as if he was staring right through me. And he held out his hand at me. And in his hand was my slingshot. And inside, I was wondering why is she so calm right now? And she said, baby, don't you understand, Bray? It's his slingshot, too.
Wait, what?
You are the man in the woods.
Well, that is a very interesting plot twist. That's actually very scary, but that again is a very important piece of information because the Fiend is Bray Wyatt and the man in the woods is Bray Wyatt. So it's got to be the Fiend, right? I think the biggest clue was the long yellow hair. Like, that's just identical. And then the pale face, he's got a pale mask. So that makes sense. I like the way they had, you know, a rabbit in there to resemble Rambling Rabbit, Abby the Witch, Sister Abigail. I don't even know who Sister Abigail is, to be honest with you. So, not sure about that one, Chief. But I do think that is about the Fiend. Yeah, 100%. He's got to be talking about the Fiend. I want to see as well a picture because I want to see if his eyes are yellow. That was another clue, but I can't remember if they're yellow or not. If they are, then that's another big indication that it is the Fiend, you know? They are yellow. They actually are. They're yellow, and then he's got a bit of red around them as well, but they're mainly yellow. That's nuts. It actually is the Fiend then. That's who he's talking about. The man in the woods is the Fiend, which is Bray Wyatt. Madness. So do they have this whole story about the Fiend and Bray Wyatt planned out from 2015? Or was it just a coincidence? Or did Bray Wyatt just make this all up on his own? Was that his idea? I don't know. But either way, that is just insane. Like, you've got to give credit to WWE or Bray Wyatt. You know, he does come up with all the stuff on his own, I am aware of. So maybe this was his idea. I'm not too sure. But we'll just give credit to both of them for coming up with this long story about the Fiend and about Bray Wyatt himself. But on that note, that is where we're going to leave it for today's video. So hopefully you guys have enjoyed this one, and if you did, then make sure you drop a like on the video for me. Also, with that, subscribe button down below if you are new. Thank you all so very much for watching, and I will see you in the next one.